Hey everyone, today we're gonna play a new visual novel called Love, Death and Veggies. Probably got the reference. And this one is gonna be the third story. And this one will tell us a story how a comicon goes to the wrong direction. Okay, here we go, third story. And I guess Alley of the Worlds it is. Okay, is this like supposed... Okay. I messed up again, did everything wrong as usual. Apparently, there are special people who always make the wrong decisions, and I'm one of them. Perhaps I should give up and accept it. People tend to make mistakes. The simple truth bores me, and to be honest, it doesn't help at all. People tend to only sometimes make mistakes, but I do it with inviolable constancy. Why do I wonder, change out of a barbarian suit into trousers and a jacket with a tie? And I've even got a boutonniere. I'm at Comic-Con. Everyone here is in costumes of elves, dwarves, and other fantasy races. Okay, yeah, that's the elf. There's a hostess at the stand, a girl in light armor, wearing lovely elven ears. A bearded dwarf with an impressive axe on his back is hanging about her. And here I am, in a waiter's costume. Yippee, you've come! Help me clear the table. We had a party here to celebrate the end of the convention. The gnome will help you. So the waiter's costume came in handy because I was invited to clean up. The gnome sniffs resentfully and stares at me with hatred, as if I had offended him in some way. Okay. The beginning sounds promising. The dwarf and I move along the table, collecting empty plastic plates and empty glasses. The short guy is breathing viciously into my back, and I can almost feel him scratching me with his hateful look. The elf girl is mine, got it? Dare to hit on her and I'll scratch up your face. Ah, come on. Well, apparently he's able to scratch physically too, although it's pretty strange to hear it from such a belligerent creature. But the malicious whisper scares me a little. He seems pretty serious about the threat. I pretend that I didn't hear him and continue with the cleaning. I dump the plastic cups in the trash. Then I notice a full glass and take the straw out of the lid to take a sip. What were they drinking? I don't recognize the taste. After all, alcohol is forbidden here. Let me pass, you beanpole. I'm actually not sure what the heck is that supposed to mean. That's insulting. I'm a very thin person, so it's easy to get past me. Boy, apparently the barbarian costume was a bad choice too. You couldn't hope to find such moopy barbarians. If I made it to Sparta, even as an adult, I still probably would have been thrown into the pit for defective babies. I bet they would have piled stones on me, so I wouldn't have crawled my way back up. How's it going there? Good job, you two. Yeah, we did a good job indeed, but you, the owner of the stand, did absolutely nothing. However, I already realized that's what I've been called here for. And the shorty, I feel bad talking about him like that, but he started it. Still, I think the elven girl's pretty too. When I was wandering around the con in the afternoon, I stopped dead at her merchandise stand. I was struck by her refined appearance. I bet if she didn't have those long ears, I'd have taken her for an elf anyway. Or some kind of angel. Wait, what the hell is that? Back then, I pretended to be interested in the strange, unknown stuff on her stand. She told me in secret that one item only looks like an elven artifact, but it is in fact a real alien device from another planet. Wait, I'm pretty sure that's actually gonna be real. Her dad, an archaeologist, brought this thing home from an expedition. He's sure of its unearthly origin, and she secretly borrowed it for the convention. Her fantasies amuse me, but I didn't say anything. Telling tall tales to visitors is a light and pleasant job. It doesn't require belief in any nonsense. It's just part of the overall atmosphere. Although, back then I couldn't focus on anything besides her beauty. He's so gonna try to hit on her. And of course, I was very happy when she looked at my skinny figure in an oversized suit and invited me to her booth when the event was over. What a naive buffoon I was! Now I'm here, cleaning up garbage, drinking some unknown swill and humiliating myself. And there's this dwarf too. Who'll call me a cab? Such a simp. I didn't even have time to answer. The dwarf rushes to the elf, pushing me roughly aside. The drink splashes out of the cup and lands on the elven artifact/alien device. Then comes a soft chim. The dwarf is taking my elf girl away towards the exit, and I'm... Okay, yeah, I knew something was going to happen with this thing. I stare at the artifact and try to pinch myself with numb fingers. The liquid is absorbed into the surface of the fake prop, then starts glowing, and above its surface, something appears right in front of me. Okay, this is gonna be a teleport to some other dimension. If I was playing a computer game or watching a movie, I would call it a portal. It's glowing and flickering. It hangs in the air and shimmers. It's real! Hey, are you seeing this? Instead of an answer, I feel a hard kick in the ass. I drop the glass and step forward to keep my balance, straight into the magical radiance of the portal. No, they didn't see crap. Otherwise, the elf would have gasped and the dwarf would have immediately grabbed it and wouldn't have kicked my lover back. Okay. Well, time to some other world, I guess. I fall into a glowing mirror and fly. Where to? To another galaxy, another world, or the next world? Hell if I know. All thoughts leave my head and scatter over the infinity of the universe. Hello, miracle world. Here I come. It's not like I've been given any option. Okay. I'm pretty sure the recent trend in anime actually influenced this kind of story. Who would have thought that a kick in the ass would save me from madness? Instead of panicking and going crazy, I get angry. That wild, sneaky shorty! I appear to be in the middle of a small tavern and try to catch my breath. I get a weird feeling that the gravity here is slightly different. I have the urge to jump and fly again, or fall. The air feels different too. Warmer, sweeter, cleaner. Wait. But the euphoria of flight is already fading from my body, and anger takes its place. I look around and finally see him, my abuser. The dwarf is sitting at one of the tables and frowning with displeasure. He's sipping something from a mug. My elf girl is sitting right next to him. Why did you do that? And here I thought the tone of my voice would make him back up. Instead, Shorty glances at me condescendingly, as if looking down at me from above, even though he's short and sitting. What exactly do you mean? Why did you kick me? I went into this portal and... I stop. Okay, wait a minute. What portal? There's no such things as portals. And how did I get from the comicon building to this one decorated like a typical fantasy tavern? The answer is obvious. I was drugged. I drank a lot of something from that glass and started hallucinating. I think. I'm probably still standing there now, staring at the carpet like it's a TV, showing a weird cartoon about flying through the universe. Somebody simply took me to a coffee shop so I would come to my senses. Oh, drat. I've never tried drugs in my life, and I wasn't going to, especially not now. So you didn't use the Eye of the Gods yourself, but you were kicked into a portal instead. Amusing. I've never heard of something like that happening in the legends. What do you think, Pointy? The elf girl gives a contemptuous glance at him, but still speaks. Man, it is indeed a rare phenomenon, a joke of the gods. There's no other explanation. According to the legends, the heart of a dream grants adventure only to those who desire it, of their own free will. Why does she speak like that? Is she a feminist or something? No, she seems to behave like an ordinary blonde who is used to using her appearance to take advantage of us. There are some weird changes to her character. Wait, are they talking about the artifact? I look around again. There's no portal, but the unknown thing from before is now lying on some kind of altar. It's not shining anymore, which proves my guesses about the bad influence of the drink left over from the party. So the cosplayers decided to prank me, but they didn't think of what to call that weird fake thing. Although, all things considered, it's still much better than the threats to scratch my face. Why don't you join us and drink some ale while telling your story, weird clouded wanderer? Yes, being a wanderer sounds much more pleasant than being called a beanpole. But his remark about my clothes offends me. It's a cool suit. It's the right size. I wore it when I graduated from school and to clean tables. But I didn't join them. I made up my mind to go out with a bang. I pulled the boutonniere out of my lapel and handed it to the girl. It feels smooth and seems quite gallant. Hopefully the dwarf won't scratch me for that, but he's still sitting peacefully, watching the bewildered beauty. Is this for me? Why? I want to tell her that it's just a gesture of friendliness, but then decide to pay her a compliment and ask to see her again. Or is that the wrong move? Maybe I should just say some sweet nonsense and go off into the sunset. Okay, let's go with this one. I'm doing this for the flower. What does it mean? I don't quite understand. It seemed much more pleasant for it to be in your hands than to wither ingloriously in my lapel. Now its life will find a new meaning. I'm spouting some serious bullshit, although she seems to like it. The girl smiles and touches the flower with her pretty nose. I sigh with relief. At least someone didn't take me for an imbecile because of what I said. It's probably better for me to go to the hospital right away, pump my stomach or whatever you're supposed to do at times like this. I need to get rid of these hallucinations. I'd better go. Where to? Out? I point to a wooden door that can only lead outside. Well, why won't you try it then? What do you think, Pointy? We'll let him try? Of course, Harry. Give him a chance. This will make things easier to explain, and we can skip the pointless talks and explanations. Okay, are they actually stuck inside this place and can't leave? More confusing conversation. Did they also take a zip from those cops? Well, whatever. I have to go and get my stomach pumped. I'm not an enemy to my health, so I go. I open the door and immediately close my eyes. There is an intensely bright light outside, as if xenon had been directed into my eyes, but I take a step forward anyway. The light, which even made its way through my eyelids, immediately goes out. I open one eye and look around, then I open the second one. I'm in the tavern again, only now I'm standing with my back to the door, facing the hall. The dwarf and the elf are grinding. Well. I step back, my back to the door, and then I find myself back in the tavern. Only this time I'm facing the door. What the hell did I drink? It doesn't wear off. I even tried to jump through the door, but I fly back into the hole at the same speed, as if I was just outside. Of course it's no use. No retreat, no surrender. Okay, I can do it. While I still have strength, or at least until the moment my trip ends. I wonder how people see me now. Well, judging by the giggle of the elf girl, I look ridiculous enough. Okay, then let's try a somersault. Apparently I have nothing to lose. It didn't work. What about crawling? Didn't work either. Then let's take a running start from the other side of the hole. Nope, it's useless. Okay, I'll try to go in faster and faster. I keep running through the whole tower and immediately go in the back. Then turn around and try it again. In the end, the laughter of the elf is joined by the laughter of the dwarf. Shorty couldn't hold it anymore, apparently. Well, let's see how much time it's actually going to take him to give up on that. This keeps going until I became so worn out that my stumbling legs falter and I bump into the door jump. This time, I'm thrown back not because of some weird interdimensional bullshit, but from my encounter with the door frame. Only then do I decide to take a break, get up, and, brushing off my jacket, approach the table where the dwarf and the elf are having a great time. Aren't you a stubborn one? I think I hear respect mixed with mockery in the girl's words. I can't quite pick up which is stronger, but I still feel flattered. Have you had enough? Well now, sit down and take a break. Take a sip of ale. Hey, Oinky, bring us some ale. It's time for introductions. Oink. Oinky, that looks like a robot. I look around expecting to see a man with a pig snout. After today, I wouldn't even be surprised. Instead, the one who approaches the table is a robot. Okay. Things just keep getting stranger and stranger. Oink, oink. Oh, it's really oinking. Well, I don't think it's the drink fault anymore. If so, the trip would probably be over by now. But instead, the degree of my delirium keeps getting higher. The dwarf, the elf, the looping tavern, and now there's a cyborg waiter, Oinky. Just great. I went cuckoo. Why am I not worried? Not panicking? Then I remember stories of passengers who, during a plane crash, calmly watched through the windows as the engine burned, and then slowly walked to the exit of the falling plane. Wait, for real? In real life, women do not scream when they see a gun or a man lying on the ground. These are all ridiculous ideas invented by screenwriters. A passenger in a falling plane wants to make a joke, and a woman wants to help a person lying on the ground. For some reason, I'm not in the mood for jokes, probably because I'm tired. By the way, maybe that's why I'm calm too. Too much running and bumping. I want to sit, relax, and drink something. Yeah, sure, why not? Take a mug, have a drink, alright? That's it. We'll sit, get acquainted. My name is Gis. And my name is Ruama, which means a wandering dream. There is a great deal of irony in that. Don't be surprised, you'll understand soon. I'm Alex, nice to meet you. Gis, tell me, why do you wince when you drink beer? I don't like it very much, to be honest. Then why are you drinking? Because I'm a dwarf. All dwarves drink ale. Yeah, that makes sense. They also have beards and axes. Well, yes, everything is according to the canon. Did I go crazy or did I really go into another world? Or are those things not mutually exclusive? In any case, I have nowhere to go from here. Where are we? What is this place? How did we get here? How do we get out of here? Slow down a little. Let's take one thing at a time. Where are we? We are in the pub. I almost choke on my beer. Thanks a lot, that explains everything. And here I've been wondering all this time whether it's a pub or not. How you can give such obvious answers with such a serious look on your face. I put down my mug so that I won't accidentally choke if I hear something like that again, and look to Ruama with hope. She takes pity on me and decides to give a fuller reply. This is the in-between world, a place where dreams come true and destinies change. The crossroads of worlds. Okay. Interesting. Is it really a crossroads? For me, this is some kind of alley of worlds, not a crossroads. I would even say dead end, a getaway, a backyard. The alley of worlds. Yes, perhaps this name suits it better. The second question, how did we get here? Someone kicked you right into the portal. Thank you, Sherlock. Thanks, Captain Obvious, I remember that. I didn't hit the door jump that hard. Ruama? We used a mighty ancient artifact. The Heart of a Dream. Not the Heart of a Dream, but the Eye of the Gods. Oh, don't start again, Shaggy. What difference does it make if it's called something different in our worlds? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't sound like oink oink. But I don't speak robot, so maybe it is. So this weird device exists in all worlds, including mine. Oinky too, as it seems, has its opinion on the matter. But then that means those two. So are you from different worlds? You're a real elf and this one is a real dwarf. Obviously. How can I be not real? Well, it's actually easier for me to believe that you're just a figment of my imagination or simply a cosplayer. Sorry, a what? Never mind. In general, a girl from my fantasies. Okay. Wait, she's blushing. Was it my imagination or did she blush? At the same time, I noticed her frown, as if she can't decide what to do, get angry or take it as a compliment. The third question, how to get out of here? Now that's a good one, but Jeez will give a better answer. We have no idea. So that's that. All three of us lower our eyes and sigh sadly. Even the robot grunts sadly behind the bar. So there are no instructions and no ideas either. Well, everything is quite simple and at the same time incredibly difficult. We have to make some decisions that will change our fate. Only we don't know which decisions exactly. This is the pub. There are tables here and so we sit at them. And then there's beer, so we drink it. Sounds like an interesting place. Yep. What kind of decisions can be made here? The dwarf suddenly perks up. Well, we can stop drinking beer, but we've already tried it. It doesn't work. And he gets sad again. We too join him in lowering our eyes, sighing and grunting. Seems like I'm stuck here for a long time. It turns out I'm in another world after all. It's still unclear whether it is good or bad. Astronauts, in order to get to another planet, train for it their whole lives. To be the best of the best. And I'm just spilled some soda and got kicked in the ass. Magical kick in the ass, and I'm not the best of the best. I'm still a geek that always makes the wrong decisions, and whose life is full of absurdity and troubles. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Although, what's there to mankind? There are no other humans here anyways. Did you say something? Just thinking about the fact that I got here kind of by accident. You wanted to fulfill some of your dreams, change your fate, and I? Like, for example, what did you want from the heart of a dream? Oh, I have a very simple dream, but we don't usually even think about it. I wanted to be treated as an equal despite the fact that I'm a woman. This is not some kind of a flaw after all. Ha! Our worlds don't differ that much after all. Here we have pointy-eared feminists, activists for women's rights. I bet she would like our world. I wish I could invite her to visit it. Back in my world, we treat women equally. Women fought a lot for their rights. Now it is considered bad to point out that you can do something or shouldn't do something just because you're a woman. Or treat yourself as lesser because you're a woman. Yes, of course, it often goes to extremes. The presence of intelligence does not depend on gender in any way, but I decide not to voice the thought. I noticed her elven ears have started glowing. You would definitely like it there. In our world, the fight against any discrimination is very active. And whose side are you on in this fight? Me? I hadn't even thought about it. Probably on the side of common sense. I'm very sensitive to women regardless of any struggle. It's a pity they often don't appreciate it. Okay, not sure what he was trying to say. Well, it's time to close this topic, otherwise I'll say too much and ruin everything. I'm a master at that. Whatever. What about you, Giz? What's your story? It's a very sad story. I have no talent. For dwarves, blacksmithing or mining is everything, but I can't become a master. Something is missing in me. In order to not disgrace my family, I have to venture into the unknown. Okay, so I guess Oinky wants to become a human, or maybe, I don't know, turn into a Gundam or something. Why is it so agitated all of a sudden? Does it want to say something? It should stick to handling the beer. I don't think it's very important. Okay, I think the way to escape actually related to Oinky somehow. In my world, it's possible to use your skills with an axe to make a living, as opposed to using a pickaxe or a blacksmith's hammer, but not everyone is so lucky to find the Eye of the Gods, or unlucky, as I see it. So if you can't do it yourself, you should steal it? That's a curious way of thinking. And which way is more fun, do you think? What a good thought! Another would ask, for example, which vocation produces more valor or glory? I would have to answer that everything depends on the results. The person who has created or obtained something more valuable gets more honor. I didn't think of it in that way. Yes, it's more fun to obtain something during an adventure rather than get bogged down in a routine trying to achieve results. You raised my spirits, human. Okay, that was a right choice, I guess. It would be nice if the adventure ends with a triumphant success. Otherwise, I'm already sick of this beer. He should have his beer belly already. The robot rolls up to the table and silently replaces the empty mugs with full ones. Well, the only thing that's left is to ask Oinky how he got here. And how would we do that? It's not like he can talk. Golems don't usually talk at all. That one oinks at least. Besides, why do you think he came here from somewhere else and that he hasn't been here this whole time? Well, we'll ask him then. Oinky, are you ready to talk? Oink once if yes, twice if no, okay? Yeah, okay, he's intelligent indeed. Great, let's have a chat. The dwarf and the elf look at me as if I'm doing some unique kind of magic only I can do. And there's something special in it. They could figure out it too. I see that you are not a golem, but rather a robot, probably from the future or from some technically advanced world, right? Ah, he's blushing. Cute. Your speech module is faulty and you could speak before. Nice guess. So have you been retired, thrown into a junkyard? Well, don't feel bad about it. You're here with us now. Did you find the portal thing at the junkyard too? I see. Do you have a dream too then? Okay, that's like 3 oinks. Slow down please. Does that mean yes? He probably wants to recover his ability to talk. Suddenly, I get the feeling that I'm not interrogating the robot but making up his story myself. However, so far, he has confirmed all my guesses. What's there to guess? A faulty robot in a tavern. Where else would he have come from? Yeah, kinda obvious. Yeah, I'll try to guess now. You're a robot and you... Did you make a bow tie yourself? Okay. Apparently you feel uneasy when you are not being helpful, so you found a job here. Good boy. Well then, it means you ran away from the junkyard because you want to continue to help people. Is that your dream? Okay, so... Oink, oink, oink. He never once answered in the negative. I guess I'm very smart when it concerns others, not myself. Well, we found out who has what dreams. The part that remains is to fulfill them to get out of here. Any ideas? There are none. Even Oinky suddenly rolls back to the bar. Well, Oinky, probably by helping them, he kinda fulfills his dreams, so... Generating ideas is probably still a human responsibility. Or one of dwarves or elves, but they've been here for some time now, and I don't see too much progress from them. Oh, If only we could make a sacrifice and return home, even without glory and treasures. I'm sick of all of this. And I can't beat her in a fight. She fights as well as a man. Better than a man. Well, I guess elves are always overpowered. Right, I can only imagine how she trained for the sake of fighting for her rights. Wait, why is the dwarf staring at me like that? Stop. Did he decide to sacrifice me? Heck, I need to get out of here. And then it dawned on me that I've just been goofing around all this time. What sacrifices? What destinies? I just spilled a drink on this unknown device of the gods. I can leave at any second. I look at the elf girl and I suddenly feel pity for her. I wish I could help her. On the other hand, I could be stabbed at any moment and my blood might be split on the artifact. After all, they are being serious. They wanted to leave this place a long time ago. They simply don't know that any liquid will do, not only sacrificial blood. Or is that right? Was it some special drink back then? Yeah, right. Vampire cosplayers have been drinking donor blood. Haha. I need to go to the bathroom. Okay, yeah, let's go this one. I seem to know something that you're not aware of. What? Did you come up with something? Oh, it's good we have you here. Just a guess. We need to check if it will work. Take a beer, dude. It's something at least. Spill the beans, Shaggy, don't interrupt him. Oinky. No one will leave you alone, Oinky. Don't worry. In the worst case scenario, there would be new visitors here. If anyone else interrupts him, I will sacrifice you all. And the issue will be resolved. Okay. I'm pretty sure she's actually serious about that. Everyone stops talking and stared at me with hope in their eyes. I didn't make any sacrifices to get here, and I'm sure that Oinky did nothing of that sort either. Am I right? I spilled a drink on the artifact. Oinky probably did the same with some kind of electrolyte or engine oil. That's enough, Alex. Stop, we get it. The sacrifice is just a means to an end. The main thing is the liquid, am I right? I hope so. Let's go and check, shall we? Take a beer. Together we rush to where the alien artifact is laying. That device from the future, also known as the Eye of the Gods and the Heart of a Dream. But how can you change your fate, make an important decision, learn your destiny? I don't know, honestly. Maybe all this is unnecessary. Or maybe we make a decision when we pour blood, water, or beer on this artifact. I might be wrong about all this, and then we will come back, but we won't get what we want. Our dreams will not come true. No, I don't want that. Let's think again. Yes, Alex, please think it through. You seem to be doing a good job. Change our destinies. Help us make the right decisions. But I can't. I've been making wrong decisions all my life. Then stop doing so. Don't make any more mistakes. Yeah, easier said than done. The dwarf is so in character, it's impossible for me to do it. Then make it possible. What useful advice. Okay, I'll try. Oinky. This is the place where you decided to become a waiter and made yourself a bow tie. What about data or some other areas? Geology, for example. Mining, rare minerals, alloys. Okay. Yes, will you be satisfied with such an assistant instead of treasures? Who, though he does not speak, can show you how to get alloys that your people may not have even dreamed of. Will I, you ask? But of course! I would be carrying him in my arms if I were able to lift him. It's much better than some treasure. I would become the most respected dwarf lady in my family. Everyone would love to marry me. Okay, that's a plot twist. The elf and I exchange glances and hastily pick up our slack jaws. Wait, so the dwarf is a girl. Although, yes, I heard about dwarven women having beards too, though not as lush as men. And you keep quiet about it? We're on the same side and you didn't even say? Which side? Yes, I'm a woman, but I'm fine with everything else. I just wanted a little bit of success and fame. Doesn't depend on gender in any way, in my opinion. True. Ruama thinks a little about it and calms down, and I, to my shame, keep staring at the bearded woman, trying to see if she has any sexual characteristics under her armor. What about you? What is your dream? I glance at the big-eared beauty but quickly lower my gaze. Suddenly I feel sad. After all, if I dream of anything, it would only be about learning how to make the right decisions. So far, I'm not sure if I had succeeded in any way. Okay, I'm pretty sure he can say to her, you can come to my world, because it's a better place for you. I don't know. Just a guess. It wasn't a dream that brought me here, but a magical kick in the ass, don't forget. The attempt to laugh it off fails. No one smiles. I decide to try again. For some reason, I don't like to see their faces be sad. To me, they somehow seem more like friends whom I've known for many years. I'll tell you a funny story from my world. A peasant died and met God in heaven. He asked what the meaning of his life was, and God answered him. Do you remember on that one day, that one year you... Well, let's say you went into a tavern, had lunch at the same table as a tall, mustachioed man, and he asked you to pass the salt. Well, that's it. Wow, that's dark. They don't smile again. I guess I'm not good at telling jokes. Giz even looks at me somehow accusingly, as if I'm guilty of something. Everyone has their own purpose in life. For some, it's really quite insignificant, but someone also has to pass the salt. Except, you're not one of them. You're making a mistake thinking so badly of yourself. Okay, that probably is the message of the game, of the story. It makes me a little uncomfortable that someone thinks better of me than I do. One of us is wrong, and I can't figure out who it is. You are. What about me? What is my purpose? What should I change? I don't know. I'm an ordinary person. How can I decide something for others if I'm constantly making mistakes myself? You're repeating yourself, Alex. Why won't you give it a shot? Just tell me your opinion. It won't hurt. I start thinking, what a clinky girl. Doesn't matter what I say, it's just my opinion and I don't know what to say. Who is she anyway? A girl from a strange world and an elf too, with a strange, elvish name. Rama, you said your name means wandering dream. Maybe you just need to stop wandering. Find a home, start a family, friends, loved ones. I stop myself. No, I'm saying something wrong. The wrong words, but I really don't know the answers to her questions. Who do they think I am? Prophet? Okay, he's angry. Yes, Onki, you're right. It's time to do something. And I spill out the rest of my beer on the unknown device. A few moments pass and nothing happens, but then the drops get soaked into the smooth surface and turn into a glow that spreads and forms the portal. It worked! It's time for me to get back to my world. I remember how I told the elf girl that she would like it here, how her eyes lit up when she heard about how we treat women, and I make up my mind. I knew it. Rama, would you like to visit my world? I would show it to you, take you to the cinema, introduce you to my fellow cosplayers. They even speak Elvish, even if I don't like it. I now know where to get this portal thing. And then we could go to your place. The elf girl says nothing. Either she can make up her mind or she just can't find a way to tell me that she's not interested in it. Or she actually is. I think she's blushing. Oinky and I look at each other, then Jace and I. Then I take a step towards the portal and freeze. No, I'm doing something wrong again. Or I'm close to it. Perhaps the greatest mistake of my life. I take a deep breath and... Oh god! Go on already! A powerful kick from the dwarf boot sends me flying right into the center of the portal. Okay. Flying through different worlds, I realized that I'm angry at the dwarf again. Only now, the other one. It's possible that back in my world, the dwarf was cosplayed by a girl too. I could guess by the threat of getting my face scratched. Okay, possible? Wait. But when I look back, all the anger is gone because Rama is flying right next to me. My sweet, big-eared elf girl. She was obviously going to catch up with me. It seemed that my dream has come true after all. Did I for once not screw up, not make a mistake, and did everything right? Seems like that's the case. I smile. Ending 4. Good end. Okay. I'm actually not sure what I think about this game. It's like kinda sweet and geeky, but I don't know. Maybe other endings are funny or something like that. Well, I guess that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. Take care and see you next time.